very sad and happy that today is our last day meeting in this section, yes. And I'm proud of everybody here because all of you did such a wonderful job here. Oh, we have something to do. Since we are here, today is our last day, I want us to close our eyes, hold each everybody's hand, and just reflect on whatever we started here. So, just take a deep breath. Yes. In and out. And just reflect on how far you've come to this program. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Good job. So we are going to. What have you learned about the alcohol? What have the changes have you seen in your family, like your mom, your dad, your brother, or your uncle, whatever, whoever is drinking in your family? What have you seen? Any changes about you and them in the house? Anybody can go.
I think I have. After group, every time I would go home, it would give me a new perspective of my household. So no matter what was going on at home, I was able to kind of revert back to what we talked to in group and just feel a little more confident, a little more safe in an environment that wasn't always the safest or happiest place to be. So I don't know, the substance abuse has really changed on their part. I think they still are struggling with my mom and my brother with what they're struggling with, but for me at least, I'm feeling more confident living with them.
That's good.
For me, I realized that it's not something that, as much as I want them to control it, it's not really something that they can control at this point. And that, they're going to continue to drink until they get the help that they need. So they realize that, and that's always been my struggle, is to kind of see how alcohol is blinds them to how I feel. So I think just being here helped me to see that, to see what I can control and what I can't. And what I can control is how I feel about it, and how I take situations on. I can't control that my mom wants to drink a whole bottle of whiskey, but I can control how I act towards her. Maybe, suggest that she needs help, or, we're not really fighting as much anymore, which is really good. Kind of learned how to, instead of being angry, how to channel my anger and turn it into something positive, and, really relate to her and try to see past her alcohol use at the moment. So I feel like that really helped me grow as a person, and I really appreciate you guys helping me through that.
Going on with what she said, whenever my brother comes home, drunk, whatever, I kind of just I take a minute to take in the situation. I don't really I just take it personally, oh, why is he drinking, what's going on, I get angry. Now I kind of just analyze the situation. I'm still not pro at it, but it's better to look at it in this kind of way, to analyze what's going on. And then whenever he's calm, I'll talk to him because I think getting advice from a younger sibling is different than someone who's your age. I feel it has more of an impact. So lately I've been talking to him one on one when he's normal, and he listens. So I feel as time is going by, he's starting to get better. So
I've learned not to take things so personally throughout the sessions. I remember when you told us about your mom. It was so easy for me to connect the two and know that obviously she wasn't drinking because of you, and it had nothing to do with you. So it's why couldn't I connect the dots in my head about my dad? So I really learned that nothing should really be taken personally when it comes to that, and we don't have any control over it. So it's really all about how you deal with the situation and the actions that you take on about it. So I've been a lot less stressed about it.
That's good. I'm very, very proud of you.
Yeah, I also feel the same. Like, I used to always, like, when my mom would come home drunk, she would just, like, lash out at me, and I was always so confused on, like, what I was doing wrong, or, like, what anything I did happen. So, I can relate to you guys both, because it's just, like, it's a lot better to realize, like, there's other influences on her day that are like making her upset than myself. Like, I'm not the one making her mad, even though I could have spilled something or done something dumb. But I know, like, all of her anger wasn't just because of me.
Yeah, I'm still accepting that it's not me, because when my brother is, is taking pills and he's high, it's actually harder to talk to him if he's not high, like if he doesn't have his fix and he's like really angry. And that's when I feel like it's me. But I know, like, after this whole process, we've been like doing things that, make us realize that it isn't us. It's not, we aren't the reason they're doing these things or lashing out or behaving in such a way. It's mainly the drugs and the substance abuse that has changed them. So I just feel like I do know that it's not me, even though sometimes I start to fall into it and I'm like, wait, no, like, remember what I learned in group. And it's helping me so much because I can talk to my brother and not have to feel like, why is he so mad at me? Like, what did I do? Instead, it's more like, listen, like, we'll have a normal conversation. And now that I have thought about that, the conversation goes better. Like, because I'm not thinking about that the whole time. Instead, he is still my brother. He is, taking these pills, but that's not really him. And one day, like, I do have hope that he will get help because we have been getting closer ever since I started coming to group. So I just have a lot of hope and a positive outlook for what has to come with my brother.
I'm so happy to hear about everybody sharing your story with each other, because my uncle is also the same, drinking, but now we have a better relationship. I have a better relationship with my uncle and my cousins, because since being into this problem with them, like alcohol and using weed and those kind of things, it's like I was distancing myself from my family members because of that. But now I have to, since I've been in school, learn from other. I went to counseling, one-on-one counseling. I met with counselors. I went to group therapy too. So I've learned a lot about dealing with those issues about alcohol and weed and everything, drugs that they use, people popping pills. I've learned a lot about that. So I'm trying to teach them how to cope, because it's not everybody's fault. So don't think like it's your fault that your parents are drinking. It's your fault that your brother is smoking or popping pills, because it's not your fault. It's their choice. And if they don't want to get help, you cannot force them to get help, because they have to change their mind of thinking before they can go into the process. You can't force them to go into any group or do any family council meeting or meet a therapy whilst they don't want to do it, because they will go there because their mind is not ready to change. They are not going to do that. So we can't force our family members to change. We just have to go and pray for them, whatever your beliefs are, whatever you worship. Just pray for that person, your uncle, your mother, your father, everything. I know that one day they are going to get out of it. It's one day at a time. We can't force them to say, okay, just do this because we want them to get better. We just have to give them hope and encourage them. You don't have to be mad at them, because at the end of the day, we don't know what is going on in their mind. That's the reason why sometimes it's from the family members. Maybe my uncle is drinking, my father is not drinking. Maybe it's from my generation to generation. Maybe one of my great uncle drank, or my great uncle smoke or do something. That's the reason why we don't have any effect, but other family members are having those effects. So we We have to be helpful with each other. We have to love them. We have to understand them because we don't know whatever they are going through in their mind, and we can't force them to change because otherwise they are not going to listen to us. And secondly, we are going to talk about trust in this group. What have we learned about this group when it comes to trust?
So, I guess I'll go first. I think when it comes to trust, I learned, at first I would distance myself from my family members, and I wouldn't trust that they would be sober, and I didn't, have faith in their ability to control their drinking, and that caused me to distance myself from them. But I feel like as we've gone on with this group, and I've learned to trust people who were total strangers to me at the beginning, it makes me think about that the trust that I have to put into my family members as well. And learning how to trust each other in this group really showed me how to apply that to my life at home. Being able to share this with you guys, I should be able to do the same thing at home, and just talk to them about how I feel, and really trust them. But it's really with the help of you guys that I learned how to do that. So thank you guys.
Yeah, I feel like we can all say honestly that we trust everyone in here, which helps me a lot because I feel like my sister is away at college, so it's not like I really have anyone to talk about this at home other than my parents. But knowing that we've gone 2 months with sharing each other's stories, and it's not like other people, this is going around, like everyone has been very good at keeping this like secret. This is like our secret getaway kind of to talk about our issues and trust. If there was no trust, this wouldn't be working. So I'm pretty happy and thankful for that.
Yeah, I feel like when I first came here, I couldn't even trust myself, like with my emotions, with my thoughts, with a lot of things. And when I first came, I was kind of resistant and quiet because I have a lot of trust issues after all the things that I've been through. So after a couple weeks, this trust started building, and now I haven't felt this type of trust with really anyone except maybe one of my best friends, because you guys, like, after all this time, no one knows about what's going on at home, and that's the way I still want it right now until maybe they start getting better and I'm more comfortable to share it with others. But I feel like you guys have gained all of my trust, and it's nice to come here and have you guys, because I can actually get away and let it all out without you guys having to be like, oh my gosh, like, calm down, or it's okay, you'll be fine.
Not relate to each other.
Yeah, like we can all actually understand each other and trust each other. So it feels really reassuring to have that.
Yeah, it really makes me like happy to like come here and have other people like trust me, and like have like, even though I might not help them, I'm just like even being there like is nice to know I'm helping them. I learned to like trust like everyone in the group as well, so it's like really nice to come here to know like I'm not alone. Because when I did, I came in as a freshman, and adjusting to school and everything, I thought I was so alone. I didn't have like anyone to look up to, so I felt like extremely alone. But now I have friends in older grades, so now it's like I don't feel like alone if I'm walking the hallway. If I see them, it's nice to even just wave hi. Like I feel like I could I'm gonna get on the right track now.
That's so good. I'm proud of you.
I feel the same way as everybody else. I feel like just knowing that I have ways to handle my emotions, and like Carly was saying, I feel more confident in my reactions as well. Like I'm not like before, I didn't know how I was going to react or even trust myself with my own emotions and feelings. So now I feel like knowing that everyone else is in the same boat as me, and I can just leave group knowing that I have kind of like a support system and like a backbone, and I feel more confident in being my true self. I feel like the kind of like helped me become more comfortable with myself and like you said, sharing with like not complete strangers, but people you don't really talk to a lot, and then going home and having the ability to speak to my brother, like during the day, like hey, just want you to know that the things you do hurt, stuff like that. It kind of like it helped a lot. So I feel like he understands, where I'm coming from, and I'm like really proud of myself because like I can do that now.
I'm proud of each and every one here about trusting each other, because if we don't trust each other, this group will not be successful. But because we open our heart and just not judge anybody, we just open our heart to just listen to each other and trust each other one makes this group very unique. When you guys first came in here, you have low self-esteem. So now, how is your esteem? How's your self-esteem now?
Better.
Better, mine a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more confident now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. I feel a lot more confident in like now having people with me, but they still don't judge me or tell any of my friends that I like that are around me more often. So it's just nice to like have like a set of people who like understand my situation at home, but then also I want my friends to think like I'm weird because they might not have the same situation. So it's nice to like have people who are just like me in the same spot and understand where I'm coming from.
That's good. Do anybody have anything to say about your self-esteem? Then I hear.
I would say like when I first came here, that I didn't feel good about myself because my original thought process was that the reason that my mom is because of me, that she like didn't want me around, so I didn't really feel good about myself. And after being here and learning that it's not the case, that she does love me, she just is still struggling with this substance abuse that kind of blinds her to that. It made me feel like a lot better and raised my self-esteem. So now that I don't sit at home by myself, I'll go out with my friends that I meet here, and Sam and I are going to yoga tomorrow. So
That's nice.
like just finding like confidence in myself and getting out of the house and just getting like a higher self-esteem really helps me get through every day.
That's good. I'm so proud of you. Leslie, do you have anything to say?
I feel like the group made my self-esteem a lot better because I like have the ability to look at a problem from like a different point of view. Because I hear everyone's story, I see how they handle it. So like I'll take like Sam's point of view and I'll be like, let me look at it through like that kind of perspective and like different things like that, and it helps to not, because sometimes you can't always look at something in your own point of view, because if it didn't work that way, then you should try something new.
Okay, do you have anything to say? No, okay. Well, let's
Oh, about your confidence?
Yeah.
Your like self-esteem. Yeah, I do feel more confident. Because just like everyone else has said, coming, like you said too, coming in, I felt like I had nowhere to turn, nowhere to go, and I had no self-esteem at all. And now I can come in, openly talk about my feelings without getting embarrassed or really feeling like I'm being judged. And even leaving group, I feel more confident within myself, just knowing that there's no need to be ashamed of what's going on at home.
Yeah, I have something. I think my self-esteem here in this group in particular is really high. I feel really good about myself and I feel accepted. At school, I still feel the same because I can kind of like put on a mask at school, and which is fine. Like it's not that bad. And then at home, my self-esteem is still kind of low, just because my brother can kind of make me feel that way. So that's why I haven't really been home often, and when I am, I try to be the most positive I can be, and that's why I get out so much now. I used to just sit at home and kind of feel bad, but now I can be here with my friends and I feel great.
Sam, do you have anything to say?
I feel like going off of everyone else, we're all here I feel like so much better now that we've been here and shared each of our stories. It's comforting. It's nice to know that we're not alone and this is proof.
I'm so proud of each and every one here. And I know I'll miss everybody here today. And everybody you can feel free to come to my office when you have any problem or you have any question, anything that you want to ask. Or if you want me to give you services for your family members or resource, or you can just go on a family therapy too. You are welcome to come to my office and I can give you the information about where you can have a place to go with your family members. Since the holiday is coming, what are you going to do for fun?
Well, since I'm a little bit further away from home, I'm gonna take a day off school. I know we're not supposed to, but I'm gonna leave school a day early, and see some family in Vermont. And we're doing like a family Thanksgiving with like everybody and people I haven't seen in a while. So I'm really excited about that.
You have one of my cousins. She has
Okay.
it every year.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go to my friend's house because I'm still not really wanting to be around my family right now. So they invited me there. They're like my second family.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm going to my aunt's house, so I'm hoping like having like family be around will like help my mom like realize how many people are there for her. So like hopefully it'll be like a different mindset she'll have after this.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to one of my family members' houses, but I always have a backup plan in case that doesn't work out. So I have close friends that are also getting together.
That's good.
I actually have to work
Oh,
during the holidays. So yeah, there goes that.
I'll save you some leftovers.
Awesome.
It was nice meeting everybody.